In the first 4 months of the year, the Statistics Bureau says the growth in the value of homes sold significantly outperformed housing sales by floor area. So it would seem people's economic confidence is coming back, and they're trading up even when the prices are rising. The country's real estate development climate index climbed for the fourth consecutive month to 94.78 in April. But that was still slightly lower than the 96 plus reading from the same period last year.
Previously, high-end and middle market and affordable housing kept pace with one another, but during these few years some differences have emerged. High-end housing has been relatively stable, but the middle market has been on the decline.
Experts highlight unreasonable brokerage service fees as a problem in the market.
Take mainstream homes for sale in Shanghai, for example. The price of a second home will be around 5 million yuan. And based on the situation in first-tier cities where a standard brokerage service charge can come to 3%, a buyer would wind up paying an additional 150,000 yuan for the apartment. That's a huge pressure for home buyers.
Easing that pressure was one of the reasons for new guidelines released earlier this month by the Ministry of Housing and Urban-Rural Development and the State Administration for Market Regulation. The guidelines contain a raft of regulatory measures on standardizing real estate brokerage services to protect all parties in a transaction. Brokerage service charges are no longer to be fixed by custom, but are to be determined by negotiation, taking into account factors like the services a broker provides and their quality, and market supply and demand. While some may raise concerns about whether this will impact the interest of real estate agencies, there are experts arguing just the opposite, that the guidelines show the way for brokers to transform their business in the direction of long-term healthy growth.
Traditional housing sales amounted to just information matchmaking without much value content. Charges like this are on the way out, but if a broker offers services with high added values, clients may be willing to pay for them. When a homeowner takes possession, he has an asset worth several million yuan. So they need things like help with asset planning and custodial services.
The new measures aim at promoting a healthy and sustainable development in the real estate brokerage sector. Some experts are now suggesting measures should also be taken to stimulate spending on housing.
The tax should be lower, and unreasonable charges should be lower. The quality of paid services should be improved. Leading agencies and the regulator can form a large online platform, which could also offer financial and insurance services during the transaction process.
Data from Housing Transactions and Services platform Beike showed that in March, the mainstream mortgage interest rates of first home buyers averaged 4.02%, down by 2 basis points from the previous month. 张世璇, ICS for CGTN, Shanghai.